this year, and now parents and students want to know if this year's high school football season might also be a bust.
The Washington Interscholastic Athletics Association just revealed new guidelines for student athletes and coaches. There are big changes to how kids can play, with sanitation and safety top of mind. And even though coaches and athletes say they're ready to tackle the challenge, it's possible not every team will get to play. Q13 Steve Kiggins joining us live with those details. Steve.
Yeah, Brian, the association admits, look, not every kid that played last year are going to be able to play again this year. Plus, practices and games, they're also going to be looking much different than they used to. But for coaches and parents, it's more than just a game. They insist that youth sports can teach them lessons that they just can't learn in class. Football brings people together like almost nothing else, except for maybe a pandemic. Social distancing means the stands might look a lot different this fall.
Senior year football is like your biggest year recruiting wise. So
18-year-old Chase Colson is about to enter his senior year at Peninsula High School. Here he is snagging an interception in his sophomore year. He dreams of playing for Oregon State, but those dreams might now be out of reach.
Something that I've been looking forward to like almost my whole life. And so thinking about the fact that it might not come.
We're all buddies, we're all friends. We all want to high-five each other if you do good. You want to give hugs.
Jake Smith is about to start his junior year at Mount Si High School. But this time, practice and games, if they happen at all across the state, will look very different.
Do what's right. And at the same time, but let's not over-rotate.
The WIAA this week announced new guidelines for high school sports, ranging from cheerleading to volleyball and, of course, football. Practice means kids will only be able to gather in small groups. Locker rooms are out. Sharing the football is also discouraged. And all of this depends on what phase your school district happens to be in. Competition between the teams will require both to be in phase 4.
State tournaments could look very differently. They might be just localized tournaments, regionalized, depending on who's able to play and what's available.
But no matter the requirements, coaches say student athletics help teach kids life lessons beyond the goal line.
This adversity that we're going through now is going to give us a chance to be better.
And pandemic or not, parents know any return to normalcy is welcome after weeks of worry and uncertainty.
But anything we can do to mitigate this, be safe, go back and play football, go back and graduate, go back to school, the more important it is. We can't underestimate how it is important to particularly the younger kids to be able to go back and have some sense of normalcy for the rest of their lives.
So the association says, look, these guidelines, they're just preliminary. They could change. It's really supposed to be kind of a roadmap for now. Plus, all of this really depends on how the rest of us do and what kind of tactics we take to make sure that we don't spread this coronavirus even further. Guys?
All right, Steve, thanks so much. I'm sure a lot of parents really wanting that information that you gave us tonight. Thank you so much. Pierce